Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Coming to you live from downtown Homestead, where Talk Visual 305. I just wanted to say we got a special guest today, but I wanted to let my right hand bring them in. But first and foremost, I want to say, guys out there, you've had your turkey days, you've had all the good fun, and now it's time to get back to what we do best, and that is bring awareness, drop some crumbs for the next generation. So, did you miss us? We miss you guys. So we wanted to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to kind of drop some crumbs in your ear from downtown Homestead. So without further ado, I would like to say, Julio!
Hey, good morning. We got a special guest in the building. This man moves quietly, strategically, intentionally. This is what real men do. This guy is not only an adjunct professor at Miami-Dade College, but he also has two other run companies. He runs a nonprofit called the Orca Group LLC. He also does a cybersecurity company called Apex Fortress Insights. This guy does so many things that people behind the scenes don't typically pay attention to, but he protects not only your money, not only a lot of the things that you really need to make sure you hold dear in life, but this man here does a lot of things that I want to commend. So let's give it up for Angelo Daniels!
Thank you.
Very good. So, Mr. Daniels, welcome to our podcast today. Obviously, you know, we like to bring persons on and give them their flowers. A lot of men prefer not to have flowers, but we say in our podcast, we like to give the men and women their flowers. And we brought you on because, hey, you're doing a lot of great things in the community. And we wanted to say, hey, come on, share your experiences with us so we can kind of leave some crumbs for the next generation. So how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm blessed.
Awesome.
I'm doing good. I wake up this morning. I have health and strength, and my family is okay. So
that's it, man.
Good.
That's all that's important right there.
Give thanks to that. You know, and so let's dive right into it. So simply, I mean, we've asked a few questions and simply just to kind of get a roadmap so our audience can listen in. So in your earlier journey, in your early journey coming from the USVI to Miami, how was that? You know, give us that breakdown.
Wow. Well, that breakdown. So, I wanted to come to the United States.
Right.
Why? Because I had a piece of it before.
Uh-huh.
I used to live in New York, North Carolina, and Broward County, not Miami, back in the early 2000s.
Okay.
And then I went back to the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's because, things didn't work out here.
Right.
At the time. So I went back to the U.S. Virgin Islands, and I was like, you know what? I need to come back.
Right. And most people know that obviously the USVI is a U.S. territory.
Yes,
so
yes.
is, going there and staying here, the culture is different.
Yeah. Even as a U.S. territory, it's mainly Caribbean culture.
Yeah. 100%. So, and in being there, so that particular space, moving that transition, because, coming from the Bahamas, coming here, it's a little different than coming from the USVI. So, you could have lived anywhere.
Yeah.
You chose, in the end, now you're here in Homestead.
Yes.
Give us that drop.
So, when I came here the second time, that was in 2014, UF gave me the job at Trek. And so Homestead was a place to live. Now, I didn't know that I was going to stay in Homestead.
Right, okay.
Because my mindset was, maybe I could go to Kendall and stay there. But, I was like, I'm 10 minutes from work.
Right.
Walmart, everything that I need is right around the corner. So I was like, why go anywhere else? So this is where I am right now. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being local. Julio, what questions you may have?
Well, first, I understand the reason that he picked Homestead is he had the best realtor in town. He had the best realtor, so
Give it
I
up,
showed him only beautiful homes that he fell in love with, because people love to have single family homes. They don't want to be in all this traffic.
Right.
So,
what a cluster.
Angelo, you've done and you're doing currently 3 amazing things that sometimes people in their lifetime don't achieve one of the things that you've created. You've got a nonprofit, you own a cybersecurity company, and you're an adjunct professor. So your childhood in the Virgin Islands, you know, what inspired you to go in that direction? And did that American dream, you know, somehow creep into your mind and say, I want the glitz and the glamour of what I see over in the U.S.? But how did you start formulating an idea of what you wanted to do growing up in the Virgin Islands?
Oh, so growing up in the Virgin Islands, I mean, I will tell you, I wanted to be a boat captain.
All right.
Because I love boats.
Right.
I love boats. My transportation to school was boats.
Right.
So living from, I used to live in St. John, went to school in St. Thomas, so I had to catch a boat every day to go to school.
The ferry course.
From the age of 4
Right.
Okay.
to the age of 17, that's when I graduated from high school.
Right.
Right.
Every day, 5 days a week, I'll catch a boat, sometimes 6 days. Sometimes,
Some people catch a bus, you catch a boat.
yeah, sometimes 6 days, sometimes 7 days, depending on the extracurricular activities I had at the point in time. So I really wanted to be a boat captain. But my parents was like, think bigger. Like, it's all right to be a boat captain, but think bigger. So I have a brother. At that time in the 90s, he started his own company in North Carolina. So that's why I say I move around to North Carolina. And his company was called the Computer Factory. And then it later changed to ESC Computer Technology. So I went there for a summer in my 8th grade year. I think it was my 8th grade year or so.
So before high school, you already started getting into computer networking.
Yeah.
Right.
So I built my first computer for a professor at North Carolina A&T State University. Because my brother lived right across. He used to live right across from the university. He actually went to the university.
Okay.
So after I got that, and back in the 90s, it was like, I got a $500 off of it. I was like,
What?
this is good.
Like
Back in the 90s, it's like $500.
Like $1,000.
$500 is like, what, $2,000 right now. So I was like, oh, I'm good at it.
Yeah.
I love it. Boom.
So you found the passion early on.
Yeah.
And you knew that it had something to do with computers.
Yeah.
Because you're building computers from scratch, just a box, and you're putting all the pieces together.
Yeah, I'm buying the motherboard, the RAM, the CPU chip.
Right.
And then back then, like, you had to program your computer. It's not like now that you just plug and play. You had to program your computer, install all your drivers, even for your mouse and your monitor, install all your drivers. Your modem, which is a 14.4 or 28.8K modem or whatever, yeah.
And this is the late 90s.
This is mid-90s, 95.
Okay.
Jeez, right. So what were some of your challenges you faced in that space?
So after college, the challenge I faced after college, so I finished college in 2003. I went in 99, spent my 4 years in college, 2003. I came out and I was looking for a job, and for the first 3 years, all I got was temp jobs.
You got BS offers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For 3 years, I got temp jobs. That's the reason why I went back to the Virgin Islands in 2006. I went back to the Virgin Islands in 2006 because first 3 years was just temp jobs, and all they were telling me, I got 2 degrees now, associate degree in business and a bachelor's degree in computer information systems.
Congratulations on that, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
So that's right after college. That's the 2 degrees I graduated with from my undergrad. And everybody's telling me, all the employers, you interviewed, yes, this and that, but do you have your A+ certification? Do you have your Network Plus certification? And I'm like, why do I need these certifications and I have a degree?
The BS stuff.
So even the degrees weren't sufficient.
The
They wanted
degrees
you to
weren't
be
sufficient,
proficient
yeah.
with those
Right.
certifications.
Yes.
And did the kick in of, well, you don't have the experience?
That too, But then on my resume, I had that I worked for my brother. It was a legitimate company.
Right.
Right. I worked for my brother, and then in college, I put on my I was the computer tech lab tech in college.
Right.
For this amount of
So you
years.
had the experience
So I
coming out of
had
college.
some experience coming out of college, but they're like, oh, you don't have your A plus. I'm like, are you serious? Like I built computers from scratch. Like I can do this with my eyes closed.
So when did you feel that moment that you said, okay, I've paid my dues and now somebody's giving me a real opportunity?
Well, before that, I went to North Carolina and I did get my certifications, A plus, Network plus, Security plus. My first real opportunity was actually teaching.
Really?
Yes.
So somebody said, do you want to teach? And you said, well,
why not?
I was like, I don't want to teach. Right? But at that time, like, you between a rock and a hard place, you don't have no money.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, I'll teach.
Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try.
And how was teaching? I mean, obviously you shaped the minds of a lot. Obviously, was it from the college level, correct? Or
No,
high school?
that one was high school.
High school. Okay,
Yeah, that one was high school level, yeah.
Even younger. So, which means, how was that? Give us that leadership and teachings.
So yeah, teaching. As I said, I didn't want to be a teacher, and I knew the life of a teacher. My mom is a retired teacher. She taught me in 5th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she taught countless.
I can only imagine. She was much stricter with you. That's it.
Yeah.
No, and I think teachers don't get what they're really worth.
Yeah.
No,
Teachers need to be
they don't
paid
get what
way
they're
more
worth,
than they're
yeah.
getting paid now.
That is true, man. That
But
is going to be an ongoing thing that I feel
it
that
is.
in the next life they should definitely be the number one paid job.
Oh yeah, definitely, because they shape the minds of countless people.
Yeah.
People that they forgot that they taught that are
Right.
like high up and everything.
Well
you
said.
know, yeah. So teaching that period of teaching, I only taught for from 2006 to about early 2008 to January 2008 at a high school level. That was very enlightening for me. Like you could shape the minds of these young children and the high school children too. And now they come back to me. Like I went to Houston for Thanksgiving, and my friend brought me to a house, and the girl looked at me and said, I remember you. You were my teacher. I was like, yeah. I said, you're doing well for yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, we were the same age. Remember?
Yeah. And she was like, yeah. I mean, she was like, man, thank you. And then I also used to be a coach for that same high school, football coach for that same high school. So I know adversity.
Right.
Because the first year that I coached, our high school team went 0-7.
What high school did you teach at?
This was in Virginia, so the St. Croix Educational Complex High School.
So they were 0-7?
0-7 or 0-8. And
Wow.
every game was lost by mercy rule.
Wow.
And this is my first year coaching.
So you guys were getting stomped.
Yes. Second year, second, third, and fourth year, because I only coached for 4 years, we went championship.
Whoa!
That's a direct reflection of your leadership, man.
Yeah.
You changed the mindset of those athletes.
Yes. Me and the coaching staff. So I can't put it all on me, but the coaching staff as well. Yeah.
Well, that says a lot, man. It builds characters. You said that you were shaping the minds, but then you learn it from both ends of the spectrum, right? Give and take in that respect. The cyber space.
Yes.
What made you choose? I mean, obviously, in my line of work, and we do it with fiber and all the other stuff, and the computer. We do it also cyber stuff in some regards. So tell me, what made you decide to tap into cyber?
Okay, so cyber. I wanted to do networking, and I'm good at networking. That's computer networking.
Right.
So I was like, in my early days, I was like, how can I secure these networks? Because back then, networks was like pretty much open.
Right.
How these networks can get secured so that
Hackers can get in.
yeah, like unauthorized people can't get in,
Right.
right? Whether it's by force or they just stumble across, because sometimes you could just stumble across something
Right.
you don't necessarily know. And I was like, it's been on my mind for a very long time. And then cybersecurity came along. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm the police there.
Angelo, you know that many people, businesses, individual home networks, many people don't pay attention to that until something happens, and then it's too late.
Something
Which is
happened.
not good.
Yeah.
Then it's too late, right? But because it's not top of mind, how do you bring more awareness to it, and how do you explain the benefits of cybersecurity to people who never ever think about cybersecurity? Because I know each one of us has someone or knows someone that's been hacked and it's created chaos
Yeah.
in their life, disrupts their life
Right.
completely.
And the big companies, small companies, everyone has been impacted at some point in their business career that cyber was involved in now.
Yeah.
Modern day bandits.
So this is one analogy that I use. You go to the doctor for your annual checkup.
Yeah.
Everybody should go to the doctor for their annual checkup. Or they go to the dentist for the 6 months
For the
cleaning
cleanings and
or
all that.
whatever. So cybersecurity is probably along the same lines. Anyone that guarantee you that, oh, I can secure 100% secure and no hackers and no one will ever touch you,
Run away.
run away from that.
Bottom line. Run away.
What we will say is that, like the doctors, we will check to see your health
Yeah.
and to see if you can withstand an attack and help you withstand that attack so that you could get back online as fast as possible, as
Right.
quickly as possible. Because we are all humans, we're not perfect, so something could be missed,
Right.
Right.
just like doctors.
Right.
And if you want your business safe, I mean, we're living in a world right now where financially you can't, it is mandatory that you got to keep your finances safe, because if you lose your finances, then you kind of lose a lot of yourself.
Right.
So let me ask you some specific questions. And this is something that I deal with. It's everyday people, the questions that you typically have, right? Is your target audience or the people that you do business with, are they home networks? Are they small business? Are they big business? And I'm saying, would it be my house, this office, this real estate brokerage office? Would it be, Advanced Cellular,
Right.
or is it Carnival Cruise Line? Is it these big corporations?
So
His target audience.
So my target audience, why I created my company, of course, I have a passion for cybersecurity, and I wanted target audience, small businesses, mid-sized businesses, and big businesses, especially of the Caribbean diaspora.
Okay, all right.
Why? Because the Caribbean, Latin America and the Caribbean region are the most vulnerable
Yeah.
places that that's a hacker's playground.
Right.
And there's countries around the world that their job is to hack.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right,
and let's give you an example. As a real estate brokerage, you hire agents all the time. These agents come in, they get bombarded by these phishing emails.
Yeah.
You know, and that email, we've
click
been
on
around
it,
long
right,
enough to
right,
know,
right.
don't
You
click
click on
those
that,
links.
right.
Yeah.
But to somebody new, it looks, the way they present these emails looks like they're so legit. And then you click that link and you just gave them a back door into your entire network.
Into your entire network.
And those kinds of things are hard. It's hard even for a business owner to teach,
Right.
Because we're not versed in
Right.
your language.
Right.
Well, that's what you call that.
That's where the
What do you
professionals
call
comes in, right?
That's what you call us.
So really, as you search out there, you say, listen, I'm looking for this type of individual. I'm looking for this type of company, big, medium, or large. Preferably, you know, your main sweet spots would be someone down in the Caribbean or even in South America or anywhere for that matter.
Yeah.
But however, the most vulnerable terms, I mean, you got, like an example, the Bahamas, you know, where a lot of banks are there. So their security may be a little different. Then you get on the Cayman Islands where all the rich people tend
Yeah.
to send a lot of their funds offshore. So their security may be a little more
A little bit more
heightened. But nonetheless, it's still needed.
Yeah,
And it's
still
needed on a
needed.
consistent basis. Like you said, you need to do a checkup. And if you're not doing a checkup, most people say, I don't like technology till I need technology. Now, there is a breaking point where persons still go back to the old-fashioned way, write it down, stay offline. But at some point, you will need technology.
At some point, you need technology.
Is there any type of virus protection that you could mention, or you say, you know what, a secure feature that you can say, I'm a new guy starting off, or I'm a new, I would say, student. What recommendation would you give to them,
Or best practices.
or best practice that they can have to say, you know, if I had known this, I wouldn't be in this predicament?
Well, there's always the antivirus that you use. Typically, when you buy your laptop or computer, it comes with a free trial antivirus.
Either Norton or
McAfee.
McAfee.
So you could pay for that. I guess it's a subscription right now, so yearly, pay for that yearly. One thing I do tell a lot of folks, do MFA. It
Okay.
is annoying.
NFA?
MFA, multi-factor authentication.
MFA.
Yeah. It is annoying.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask that because people, we get so convoluted with the passwords that we get, and then your device will always say, do you want to use the strong password that the device gives you?
Yeah.
And then sometimes you don't even trust that because you're like, oh my God, that's not a password that I'm creating. And sometimes we don't know, nobody has told us that is the best one
Right.
you
That's
can
the
use.
best. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But you got to remember it.
You'll never remember it, but you
Use
gotta store it.
some type of storage.
Here's the thing: you store it into your main database of whatever password, username, and password. Only you have that,
Right.
Only you have that password for that,
Right.
And then everything else. And MFA, what MFA does, which is annoying, but it's a necessary annoyance, is that if I go to my bank account and I put in my password, my bank account will call my phone,
Send you a code.
send you a code or whatever.
Email, right. One of the two.
Email or whatever, right? Just to make sure that it's you.
Right.
So some sort of authenticator.
Not only
Yeah.
authenticate, but you need a two-step verification.
two-step.
Is nowadays. One is not good enough anymore. If you have one, you're in trouble. You need to correct that. You need to have a two-step verification.
Yeah, two-step.
Via email or via a text message onto your phone, or even a phone call.
There was people for a long time that would use the same password just for
Everything.
everything.
For
Some simple password for everything. Usually has their name in it, their first or last name,
Yeah.
with their birthday or whatever.
Yeah. Password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
0.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, spoofing, it's a thing.
It's a thing, yeah.
I've seen where my Bank of America called me, but it was fraudsters calling me from my Bank of America. They call it spoofing, where they can kind of capture that number and they call you. And Bank of America typically don't call you and ask you those type of questions. Oh, I think that we just stopped somebody from hacking your account. We need to verify you. And by you verifying yourself, you gave them the information they need to wipe your account clean.
Yep.
So I said, you know what? Hang up and I'll call you back.
Yeah.
That's the best practice.
That's right.
That's the best
Hang up
practice.
and tell them you're going to call back. That's where you know you're calling. And their bank should, and the bank says, no, you did the right thing. And they have it to a T. You don't need to call them. We're on the phone with you right now. We need to stop this transaction. What would you like to do, sir? I said, hold on a minute. Hang up, and I call them right back on the other line. And I get a Bank of America, and I have them on hold.
Yeah.
That's what you do. If you are very suspicious of it, hang up, and you call the number that you know.
Right.
Angelo, switching gears a little bit now, the Orca Group. Give us a quick insight on what the Orca Group does, what their mission is.
So the Orca Group is actually the umbrella. So we are trying to raise funds for scholarships.
Okay.
For those, I'm a single father. Full-time single father, not the weekend, not the weekend single father. Full-time single father.
There's not a lot of those.
Right.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of those. I'll tell you that.
It's, people that are coming from those type of situations that need to go is to school to further the education.
Right.
That's what we want.
Okay.
I read up on your story a little bit, and you gained full custody of your son.
Yeah.
Without a lawyer.
Yes.
That is very, very difficult to do with the legal system that we have in this country.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time that you felt that life was just too much? You've got full custody, you're running a business, you're a professor, you got all these things going on. You know what? I just can't do this right now. Anytime you wanted to throw in the towel?
There are plenty of times I wanted to throw in the towel.
That towel's right here always.
There's plenty of times I wanted to wave the white flag.
Right, that's it.
But, I always go back to my mantra.
Yeah.
Hard equal easy, and easy equal hard. Right, so I do the hard stuff now, it will become easier at the end.
That's a good way to put it, man.
If I do the easy stuff now, it'll become harder at the end.
Well said, brother. I usually tell, do it hard now so you can play around later.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So one word to choose or describe yourself.
Resilience.
What's your story behind that word?
I don't know if we have enough time. Julio just said one part of the story, getting the custody for my son in such a tough legal that, you don't really see the men get full custody of the kids.
Right.
Like that. And I did it without an attorney present. So at the age, so let me go back even before that age. I was born with sickle cell.
Okay.
Many people don't know that. And at the age of 7, I was in a coma.
Oh, wow.
Many people still don't know that.
Right.
Age of 14, I almost died again because I had 2 operations in one day, and I came out with pneumonia after the operation, which sent me, which not sent me to the hospital because I was already in the hospital, but which led me to stay in the hospital for probably over a month.
Wow.
In 2020, I was diagnosed with another blood disease. So on top of my sickle cell,
on top of sickle cell, which
I have PNH, and which, if you know, PNH is paroxysmal nocturnal globally.
One of
globally
them
in
pharmaceutical
Right,
words.
right,
Yeah.
right. One of those tough ones.
And that's another blood disease, and which is your blood, your immune system is fighting against your blood because they think that part
It's
of
a
your blood is a
foreign
foreign object.
Right, right, right.
Right? And on top of that, I got 2 masters, which I just finished the second master's this year in March with a 3.91 GPA.
Yeah, man.
At University of West Florida, UWF. So I think my whole life is being resilient to all
Underscore.
to everything that has happened to me, whether it was brought on to me or I put it on myself. My whole life is about being resilient to the external factors. So it's not easy being Angelo, but it's worthwhile being Angelo.
That's right.
Can you imagine somebody saying, "My life is too hard" to Angelo?
Right, you're like,
He
really?
goes, do you have any idea
So
what
who
I
knew,
have
right?
had to endure to get here?
But this is why when you wake up, you says, you know what, you always
Life
have to wake up with a smile on your face, because just when you think shit's rough, so with somebody else that's out there that have it worse than you do, and then you put it on and you never use the term "why me," because you know you never know what you can be, you know, or what you may have become if you just kind of fall, fall victim to just that word. So you know, we commend you for all the things you have done, and you have a home here with us whenever you want to come on our podcast and share anything that you have going on, anything that we can help do at Talk Visual 305. We simply want to let an air. We're the only ones downtown that's doing this in a podcast space for now. We're just trying to shine light on the vision of what we see in Homestead, because we live here. This is our home. And wherever you feel that you lay your hat down at night, that you make your home, right? So we say, we thank you. And we're here with you. Anything that we can do from our perspective, don't hesitate to reach out. We just wanted to say to all of our listeners out there, thank you. Thank you to Avanti Realty for always hosting our podcast here. Advanced Cellular Wireless, powered by AT&T. Aaron, my son, decided to go off on his own. He's doing his drone business, so if you need a drone inspection. And we have the Arca Group LLC and the Cyber Apex AFI. Please reach out. We're going to have some information in the bio when we post this stuff. If you have any questions or concern about anything related to cyber and anything learning about computer networking, or you have something you want to know about fiber, or anything to learn about real estate, I mean, we're professionals in these spaces, and we wanted to say, hey, let me drop a crumb for the next generation to come that's coming behind us to leave a crumb. Julio, any other closing remarks?
No, man. Just a really good conversation. Very good shedding light on Angelo's life.
Yes.
We're blessed to have people like him on our podcast. I wish everybody a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Right.
And we'll see you
All right.
soon.